Liam, a really hard-earned point against York, one of the strongest teams in the league, but in some ways could it have been more today?
I think the fact I'm sat here really disappointed that we haven't won. It tells you everything. Did York really hurt us? No, I can't say they did. You know, we've got the goal from a horrific goalkeeping mistake. Dean's in the position just to clear it. Dan screamed for it. Dean's done the right thing, let him have it, and then he hasn't got there. But the goal attempts, Brad's hit the underside of the bar. I think some 13 attempts on target in the game. Certainly took the game to York. Don't get me wrong, York have got a couple of players missing. Big players like Mackin and Burrows, as I said, on the balance of play, I'm sat here really disappointed I've only got 1 point because I think we should have had 3.
You mentioned about taking the game to them, got the early goal. Was that the intention, to really get at them from the start?
Yeah, I think that's what we've been trying to build up to anyway. We need to get into a run of where we go to anywhere. We can come to York and look to take the game to them on the back of taking Alty on. 2 tough fixtures. To come away with 4 points, are we happy? You'd have to say you should be happy. As a tinge of bit of disappointment, it could have been 6. However, we now got to go into Blythe and treat that exactly the same way as we've treated this, and see how we can do.
Morg's got the goal for us. He's been in terrific form past couple of games. How good has his performance been, and how key is the partnership he's striking up with Russell in the middle of the midfield?
Well, I think it's the shape. Since we've obviously got to where we wanted to be in terms of shape, and you've heard me time and time again saying I always want to play with 2 forwards on the pitch, and then you've actually got the flair of Kieran. You've got to try and adapt the system, and then we worked and pushed it. But it's coincided that Brad, Morgs and Kieran all come into form at the same time. But I've got to say, Russell Benjamin was 100% a country mile the best player on the pitch today. It was so easy, and he had the responsibility. He was marking Green, who, to be honest, is to me York's biggest threat. And I can't speak highly enough. Russ said since he's walked back on the door, people actually must forget how good he actually was, and it's a nice little reminder what a talent we have got.
You mentioned the midfield there, and you say players coming into form. You said after Alfreton that you think that you've got your strongest 11 in mind now. Is there more of a balance to the team now? Do you think that's progressing the way you'd like more the past couple of games?
Well, I'd say that's probably for other people to say, but yeah, I think the Alfreton game was a good game for us. It told us some aren't quite ready, some need to do more, but it also said that we know what we have to field, and we have to bring the younger ones through. Obviously Morgan Thompson-Smith's picked up an injury, so he's going to be out for a few weeks. Connor said, I do believe Connor's going to be a really good player. I said he needs to learn the role, the Kieran role, whether he's playing slightly tucked in a bit, so whether he looks and he gets a bits in the next couple of weeks to actually play in that position, that'd be ideal. Paddy's on his way back, so again it gives us a little bit of a cover in the position where you can play in Morgs' role, you can play in Russell's role. We've got Andy Paddy coming back, so crying out to get another forward. I think we've agreed terms with someone, I think, so hopefully by Monday, but I'd like to think that'll be done, and that gives us another option up front.
No Regan today. He got a knock the other night, and Samo came off just before half time. How are they?
Regan was touch and go, and I said with them playing wing backs, it was actually a good game to have Zen in for his additional height at the far post. I thought Zen done really well defensively. And he got forward a bit in the second half, linked up a bit with Kieran. So rest Regan to a degree. Well, not take a chance on him. And Samo has been struggling for the last couple of weeks with the tight hamstring. But as I said, I just come back. It's just a ridiculous amount of games that we have to play at the start of the season. You have your pre-season, then what's that? How many games have we played now? 10. So you played 25% of your season, and you're a week into September. Now we don't have a midweek fixture now to when? December or something like that. I said it just defies logic. There's no thought go into player welfare, because the start of the season you're getting into it, you actually need more rest. I said to actually throw us into the run the league does, it's just bonkers for me.
Well played today.
Thank you.
Cheers, Liam.